What's up, everybody? This is Higher Channel here. In today's video, we're going to be talking about is the ban list for just the speed rush is not going on at the moment right now, and yeah. So what we do know is that it's a lot of stuff that that's going to exactly happen with Duel Links with the contact fusion rituals. I really believe the rituals will probably be in the January format or whatever that goes on. So I think like the box. Okay, so whenever we have a box, I think the box we gonna have is gonna probably be next, either kind of next week, most likely, or they gonna wait until some kind of event. It's some kind of thing that's going to be happening. But yeah, we'll see what's going on with that. And just as before, is that some of the contact fusions that we are going to get is basically for the other decks, not for the other characters yet, not just yet. Until a certain amount of time, I say the build up bosses could make up for time for that, and that's what we have to wait for. I really don't think we get most of these other things, despite of the certain boss. At least we get build up bosses for Rush. That's a good thing. We don't even get no main bosses for Rush. So let's just check this out. Let's see what's going on with it. All right, so we have Gemini Master Diamond at limited one. So yeah, what I do know is that with this card, this typical card, it duplicates the effect of a Gemini monster. Wait, okay, what's return type badge one? That's a little monster, Termite monster. Fusion monster. It's not this monster effects. Yeah, so like Gemini Lapras deals damage, so we can look this up. So this card is also limited one for. So this card deals like 500 points of damage for your opponent. So that's yeah. So that's like basically dealing like 1,500 points of damage each time, and then you can keep on doing it because you summon. Okay, you basically summon this card, and then you banish it. You keep on doing it, depending the effect, and then this does like do it. So we now I would be like one other thing. It is some new Gen Knight support out there that did come on Master Duel. So I just say that I bet Duel Links is gonna probably have some kind of skill whenever the new Gen Knight support does come on. They gonna probably put it in the skill. I don't really think like I think one thing I don't really think it should this should be limited one. I don't really think it should. All they could do is let's just say they could put the damage, they could change the damage effect of it. That it could be one lesser or something like that. Like you can use like once per turn. So that's what they could do. So we got Abyss Dweller. So this card does a lot of big damage towards a lot of players. Because one of the things what I do notice is that most of the decks, like the Blue Eyes deck and the Chimera deck and stuff, and the Dark Magician deck, they use the graveyard a lot, and that's what most decks does. Sometimes in the hand, it's mostly in the hand and the graveyard that they use it. This card is totally good for that, for that to exactly work. Because especially this, you have this card when your opponent's turn, and then all you gotta do is just send to take one material from this card. It does that. So the point is that it does not matter if you get rid of this card. I'm letting you know this now. So I think the only way if you can negate it by the time it does use its special ability, so that's the only way I can tell you about that. Yeah, but this card, I don't really like. One other thing, I don't really think this card is should be limited one. I don't really think it is, but it is good that they put it as that. But yeah, but that's cool. So we have Relevance, the Crocodile Dragon, the Arcanonimus. I don't know if I'm saying it right. But this is used in other decks, such as in some board type deck. And I guess you say that. I see this most in the shark, that other shark skill that all turns all the level water and fish monsters and stuff to level 4. So this was used also in that department. I don't see, like, I know the shark skill that I've been seeing in the Casey Cup is the one with the big splash one. It's not too much of this, so I really don't see that. But yeah, this does cost a lot of stuff because you this current two cards that destroy one card from monster on the field. And then we have Give Me a Cup of Nightmare. So you contribute one season monster for some season monster control. The only special is Give Me a Cup of Nightmare once per turn this way. When you do, you can special summon one of the game club monster from your hand. Okay. This card special, you cannot special summon any monster for the rest of the turn, except game club monster. I'm just trying to figure out if this is something that you could special summon on your opponent's field or something. I think that. Oh yeah, I think yeah, I know what's going on. I think this is they basically use some kind of spell card that gives control to the opponent, and then they can't special summon. So that's what they probably use that give and take card. Yeah, that's the card that they use, and then that prevent some kind of special summon. But the point is that I think is used still be useless, but it is for other decks. So now, okay, we got Luster Dragon. So this card has been the bigger threat. Yeah, it was because it's something that the Heritage Dragon that boosts. Okay, you can summon level 7 monsters. You exceed summon, or you're gonna be linked something that link to yeah, that dragon monster. Well, that's just related to the exceeds monster that's part of that. And then it's just then you summon a level 7 one of those level 7 dragon type monsters that has to manage dragon monsters from the graveyard or in your hand to use it to so you can see some of that other dragon monsters because if it has a dragon the rank one that has a level 7 if it has a dragon monster material it can be used as a quick effect to destroy a card on the field. So that's like a big board and this is like the crazy thing this is a normal monster is being limited. So you probably gonna have to switch up to the low force. Now that's probably the only way you gonna have to do it. So that's all I could just say. I think it is a couple of great for seasons that could be very useful. I say the only okay, so the only thing you could do is that you could use the Utopia double, and then you could be able to exceed something using the Zexal, use one of the Zexal weapons. I don't think they can be in the. Could you activate it? Yeah, I know you can't summon them, but you can at least equip it. I think. Then we have Soul Absorption. So this typical card, I could just say this one was used mostly in the Thunder Dragon deck. Other cards that was banned, and they also in the Rebecca deck, the Dragon deck too. So I don't know. Some of the players was mixing up some of these cards in there, and they was also mixing up the damage stuff too. The one other thing about this Banlist too, what they do, they know that it's a lot of damage stuff. You don't go against that like that, but it's something that you have to watch out for because one of the things is that when you go up against a deck, you don't exactly know what to do when it comes with this because your deck is formally go to go against other decks because going against damage decks is kind of tricky. I mean, if you had cards that had after your hand, we don't got that in Duel Links yet. Some of them we do got it, but they don't stop the damage thing. The only way that happens is we have some kind of monster. Yeah, there's a lot of monsters in Duel Links that has that, but we had to summon as well. Some of those monsters is hard to summon, but I'm glad this is limited one. I'm so glad. And then the shout now is off the ban off the meta. It's not on the meta no more. So this card dealing with this. So if you use this, so I'm telling you, you use the Xenobird deck. This deck could do very good against the Shout Out deck. And plus, if you summon that other monster that prevents other monsters except for spirit monsters, you could be good. So I'm like, yeah, they could still field or something, but that's not. They can't activate their effects. So that's a good thing. Then we have Eye of Truth. So this card also does some kind of thing that reveals your hand. I don't really wouldn't actually worry about it because even if it is the case of the, I think it's a problem where they could okay they gain life. I think it's about the gain life points thing. And then we have Dark Room. So yeah, this still is another damage thing. And this is another damage card too. See, don't it's more like more damage stuff that's evolving with the Banlist than any other the other cards is crazy. And then we have Majesty of White Dragon. So this card is going to bring this by this card being limited one that's going to bring down the blue eyes down. So the one thing that you need to add, you're gonna have to add something that you could be able to revive your blue eyes. So unless we get something that's, I don't think we're gonna be getting on blue eyes support at the moment right now. Yeah, so that's what I just think. And then we also have mutual effect of destruction. So this is another card that reveals both players' hands revealed this time. While their hand are revealed by the fact that if they both have a card with the same name in the hand, your player can activate the card names of effects. So the one thing is that most of the cards like Book of Moon, that other Book of Moon card, and that I think this is a bit tricky by using those cards because we always have the same cards, but half the time we don't have it. So that's not really good. It'd be like the one thing you using this card, especially if you're using the exact same deck. I think that's gonna be like a really tricky thing to do. And these are the two main cards that was the MVPs of the game of the Case Cup. So this card I used most likely with I wasn't able to get enough points towards it because they was doing a lot of cheating. So this card prevented special abilities from activating from monster effects, and they banned this card because this has been it's been a long way since they banned it in the card. Well, set for the other cards, the other Dark Magician. But yeah, this prevented special abilities from activating. That's why it's banned. And my air also reveals. So this is another card that reveals the hand. I don't really believe like it matters at the point of your opponent seeing your hand. I really don't think it matters. But yeah, that's all for the cards. So for the skills, Rush is gonna have their own ban list right after the Casey Cup. I'm after the go festival. So they have a version 0.10.30 that's gonna come around 15 through the 19. So after that date, it's gonna be a big update that they're gonna have for the contact fusions and the other stuff they got with the new features that they have. So it's a new processing thing that's going on too. Yeah, it is. So it is. I know it's one that's coming on the 25th. So yeah. So now you only allowed to draw cards with effect with a single time per turn. Deny any deny any future deep drawing statuses. So you can't use any other cards that help you like draw cards. Yeah, so that's why I just noticed is that they with these kind of decks they found a way to draw cards from their deck, and that's what they do. Okay, so that's what they did. So that the only thing they added basically like you could also only draw cards by effect once per turn. So basically, if you use Grace with Charity, then that means that's it. Can't draw any other cards due to effect, except if it was your opponent, I guess. If they do that part. Okay, so we have the deck master. It's not the skill that we usually use. So this skill, what this skill does, it was make your opponent take damage from a card effect damage, and your opponent was using that. So this time they not able to do that. So the only effect damage you could deal is except with his ace moves. So I think like okay, let me see if you increase the attack points, could it actually deal damage that way? I think that's probably the way that they was using the strategy. Now it only allows the damage with this, just with this card. Yeah, obviously. All right, so we have Rescue Rabbit. So now you can summon Rescue Rabbit from hand as well. It can only be used in the I guess the skill lets it being used in the graveyard. I think can a deck. No, that's separate. They did it from the deck. I think it was only from the deck only. Deck or yeah, it was just from the deck. So now they let you do it in your hand because you might have a guaranteed draw. Yeah, so yeah, that's the only difference with the skill. So the Spanish joining skill, the only changes is it allows you to summon the surfing card. So this card, I don't see this card doing too much damage yet until we get some more support. So Might of the True World skill now lets you summon non-effect monsters that aren't Libras. So you could typically be spamming a lot of the normal monsters in there that you can use because you can special summon the Libra Master monsters by just revealing the ritual monsters. So you could just be doing a lot of summonings that way. So that's the only change in this skill. And I think the skill will be more powerful. This skill could only I would say this deck can only be powerful if we get more support. We need more support. Okay, Starlight Drive no longer has any per duel limitations. It also randomly cheats out a free form of the Synchron addition to Shooting Star. It can now be used on the second effect if the opponent has cards in their field or graveyard instead of controlling monsters. Also, it means three of those two monsters instead of two. So yeah, this skill is a little bit more good because now the good thing is that you could also this would be also let you summon Shooting Star Dragon because you get Formula Synchron in the deck. You can play if you control Star Dragon because plus you can summon Star Dragon if your opponent has cards in your field or graveyard. So I think honestly, yeah, this skill definitely is going to prove useful. And the only thing I noticed is that this is used from that rock type deck. So yeah, it's gonna work. So that's a big change. So Dyson Sphere of Gravity is now requires you to shuffle just one card back to the field for the second effect. So you won't have to shuffle two cards. So that's a good thing. And then for the Spirit Calling, it lets you the difference with this one is lets you normal summon addition twice. So this will be the best combo to do it. So you can just do whatever you want to do with this. So that's what that is. But you can't normal summon. You can only summon the non-spirit monsters. You can only summon that one once, but the spirit monsters can summon twice, which is a good thing. So this not gonna go effect around just around December the 15th through the 19th. So these are all the changes. So like basically all these cards limited one. It ain't no limited twos, no limited threes at all. It's just these are. So if we were to look at we done with the balance. So if we were to look at these two is probably gonna go down to limited two to TR2. Dark Magician may move up. This may move up. These might be the three that's gonna move up to TR1. Let's going forward with that. So as before, it seems like okay. So the Dark Magician is going down. So I guess never mind. Okay, so the Dark Magicians are going. I mean, the Solar Birds are going up. The Ulas are going up, going down due to the Banlist that's going on. The dragons is still gonna go up. I mean, yeah. So the lesser dragon. So if you were to put the lesser dragon out the way, I think that this skill could still do. It can still do damage. It's not gonna stop it. So you could do a lot of damage with it. You could also put the Dratini deck in there too. So yeah, you could do a lot of separations with that because instead of having Lust Drag, you can summon a couple of the rank 4. So we could just check and see like which rank 4 monsters that we have. So we're gonna do this way. Like I said, you can use this. This could be something good you can use also as a replacement for level 6. Yeah, this could work. You could use this too, just in case you're trying to get a monster effect that's on the field. Most likely that's probably what you're trying to do. Yes, this too. You could probably use that too. Not exactly. Yeah, so you have to. Okay, this much. Okay, that's not. I don't know if that would be a good card to have. Yeah, just try to give you some options of what you could use. Yeah, I don't have any other ones. Alright, I'm about to put this just a season monsters. Ones that we do have. Yeah, yeah, some of these will be should be good. Yeah, so they don't have that many, but some of those other ones not really good. So since this is more limited, you're gonna have to probably add some more of the blue eyes support cards that's in there. Yeah, so totally gonna have to add some more of those blue eyes, like one level ones that's related to this, so you could be able to try it. So you could be able to come back on top of this. Alright, so going back to the tier list, we're gonna focus go back on Rush. So these are the decks that's most likely confirmation. So due to the thing what's going on with the ban list, whenever the next one comes on, they gonna have a thing with the skills, which they gonna have for the galaxy that they gonna replace it back, replace back the skill for the galaxy back, and I think that's it. And they did some with the shout out deck too that they forgot to mention also with that, and then some of the average like some of the ones that draws they changing those too. So that's I don't know when that's gonna take effect. I think that's gonna take effect next month, most likely after the don't go out festival. But so far, know that these are the top ones at the moment. So that's pretty much yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's all I have. That's all I have for this video. But be sure to subscribe and drop a like, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And thanks for watching.